Hello, hello, hello. This is Money Minutes. My name is Shanrika Crawford Benjamin, and Money Minutes is brought to you every Monday because traditionally Monday is the beginning of the work week, and it is my hope to inspire you to think differently about the ways in which you spend your money on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, and also pass that information down to the babies, right? This will be a continuation from last week's Money Minutes. So if you missed it, check out the Say Something Facebook page and you can find it there. So this is Your Future is Up to You, Part 2. And Money Minutes is brought to you by saysomething.company.site. I am the author of Kids Love Money, They Just Don't Understand It. It is an interactive workbook that teaches kids the basics about money. There is a workbook and there's also flashcards that reiterate things in the workbook as well as introduce new terms to them that will be featured in the upcoming Kids Love book. This is a series of books that will, be coming out, but Kids Love Money, They Just Don't Understand It is available now on saysomething.company.site. All right, so let's get into this week's Money Minutes. And just to quickly reiterate from last week, we talked about budgeting, right? And Wikipedia says that a budget is a financial plan for a defined period, often 1 year, okay? And last week I spoke with you all, introduced to you the 50-30-20 budget plan and also the cash only budgeting plan. In a budget, there are basically some elements: income, expenses, whether that covers your fixed, variable, or discretionary, and also your goals. Okay, so this week we're gonna go over zero-based budget. All right, and it's where you give every dollar a job. So every dollar that you have is directed towards something. All right, and at the end of the month, you will have a zero balance. So your income and expenses are equal. It doesn't mean that you're spending all of your money. It does take into account the money that you put into your savings and retirement accounts and, for investment, but you basically track every purchase. So every dollar, like I said, is accounted for. You'll need to be detailed because you do need to, like I said, track every purchase that you make. And there are apps for that, but it's planned spending only. So if it's not in the budget, basically, you don't purchase it. But it does give you complete control over your budget because you know where every dollar is being spent. Now, I mentioned last week that, sometimes you get paid on Friday and then on Sunday, you're broke and you're like, okay, where did my money go? So this allows you to be able to track every dollar that you have coming in and allocating it to be used to its full purpose or, the purpose in which you set for it. However, it can be time consuming because you do need to track every purchase that you make. But if you're detailed, and you really want to control or have control over your budget, this is something that's great for you. Just know that there's no wiggle room for impulsive purchases that we sometimes make, right? Okay, and the next one is the 60% solution, and is 60% towards your committed expenses, which are your monthly bills, your housing, your food, car payments, insurance, cable bill, things of that nature. Anything that you pay on a monthly basis. All right, and then the 40% that's remaining is broken down into 10% for the following categories: retirement, long-term savings, short-term savings, and your extracurricular activities or fun money. And say, as an example, you have a $2,000 monthly income. 60% of that would be $1,200. That's what you would allocate for your bills, your monthly bills. You would use that amount. All right, 10%, which is $200, would go towards your retirement, and that would be like your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, things of that nature. You want to, try to get those automated and deducted from your paycheck if possible. And also with this budget plan, you want to try to automate as much of it as possible, right? So then you have 10%, which is $200. That's going to be for your long-term spending. And in that category, you have your emergency fund, you have, your investments, such as your stocks, things that you're going to keep for, that have a long time horizon. Next category is, 10% again, $200 for short-term saving, no short-term spending. Those are for things like your vacation, you're planning a vacation, or you need to replace the water heater. So, bigger expenses, maybe car repairs, things that come up as well. And then the last 10% is for your extracurricular activities, like your dining out or shopping, those impulsive purchases that we make. And again, like I said, you want to automate as much of that as possible. And, the main thing to being able to save, you want to limit what you're spending. So that's important, in anything you do. A lot of times we make more, we spend more, or we don't even have to make more. We just spend more than we earn, and then we're in the hole, right? So, you want to always look for ways to limit the amount of money that you're spending out, unless you're spending that money on, something that's going to give you a better life in the future. All right. So this has been Money Minutes. I am so appreciative for you all joining me today and taking the time to, hear this information. I hope that you found value in it. I hope it's something that can help you or even cause you to, think differently about your money and the ways in which you spend it. And don't forget to pass that information down to the babies. Again, my name is Shanrika Crawford Benjamin. This has been Money Minutes. Have a wealthy and wonderful week.